Hey. Calm YAHsharal, calm YAHsharal. Peace and blessings in the name of Yahawah alone. All peace and blessings to you. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings upon blessings upon blessings. May Yahawah continue to use you to magnify his name amongst our people. It doesn't matter where you are, when people are around you, whether subconsciously or consciously, they are seeking the presence of Yahawah. Some for good, some for bad. Sadly enough, it's just an issue that goes back to the tree of life and the tree of good and the tree of bad, right? We know that in Yahawah, we eat from the tree of life. Until we overcome what's known as death. Right? And we do miss the beautiful things a lot of the times. Especially in our walks. Right? You know, I know it seems that people don't know their positions in YAHsharal, and that it's always a constant struggle or a constant seeking of how it is that they're supposed to discover their positions in YAHsharal. But people got to realize that we're in a state of preparedness, that you're getting prepared for where you need to be in the next stage. Because YAHsharal is over the whole globe. We are the ones here to so-called rule this place through the power of Yahawah, as powers of Yahawah. So the focus should be, where is your position here? That should be the focus. What is your position here? Right? I'm a bit of an informer. But a lot of brothers will be like, what do you mean, informer? Is that like a snitch? You know what I'm saying? But answer me this. How does one snitch on Yahawah? To tell on Yahawah, right? Oh man, Yahawah did this. Yahawah's doing that over there. You don't need to know about that. Yahawah's doing this over here. You don't need to know about that. What people don't realize is that before that thought even comes to my mind, into my thoughts, out of my mouth, it's already been done. You know how science likes to say, what you see in the sky is trillions and billions of light years away, and that you're only seeing the past when you're looking up. Well, the principle works the same with us. Don't you know that before we even have a thought, before we even filter out a thought, that it goes through a screening process, a dividing up process, and a distribution process. Those are the lessons that I learned just being here in captivity. You get to learn the details of how these thought processes work. And the same thing applies to YAHsharal. Whatever your position is in YAHsharal, just understand that as far as action is concerned, once you are active, you cannot take that back. Right? Once the sunlight shines down upon you, the sun can't take that shine back. It has to continue going and shining, right? Within its respective process. Now, I'm not so much into breaking down peculiars as a lot of my brothers are, you know? Because, hey, y'all knows that's not an easy task, because once the Most High, once our power reveals to you certain details and knowledge through wisdom, then, and it keeps becoming abundant and abundant and abundant and abundant, then it's easy for you to consider it your knowledge, because Yahweh keeps distributing it to you abundantly, right? And then where do you get tripped up? You get tripped up because it's not your knowledge, and Yahweh has bequeathed it to you to share, right? But that is a hard thing and a hard lesson for a lot of us to understand and grasp out here, especially in this physical place and environment where things are so critical and turmoil is at the edge of your steps. So, you know, YAHsharal right now, some people are happy where they're at. Some people are not satisfied and want more because they expect more, because Yahweh has revealed more to them. I'm one of those people. I'm happy with what Yahweh has given me, and I walk in it, but I want more, because Yahweh has revealed to me some expectations for us out here, you know. So, yes, never stops, huh? That's just some insights. Right. So what is the lesson? What is the lesson? One of the most difficult things is to continue a steady walk in the presence of Yahweh. That's one of the most difficult things. You might think it'd be the easiest thing, right? But it's not. There's a lot of things to be processed. There's a lot of thoughts that you have to go over. There's a lot of feelings that you have within that you have to sift out to see the purity of them, to see how you're expressing those pure thoughts or not, right? This is our walk. And to some, it's a dark hole, man. It's a vast void that they just can't get out of, or Yahweh won't let them get out of, right? Because he sees that they would take the information given, or the so-called power given to them, and do detrimental things to not only themselves, but to YAHsharal. So they have to be contained, if you will, or the principalities work on them to distribute the gifts that are given to them in a way that's not detrimental to themselves or YAHsharal, or they're just destroyed and their energy and their essence is recycled, their soul is recycled. So we see a lot of that going on nowadays. A lot of people who are born with a certain energy, with a certain soul purpose, and it doesn't pan out, if you will, the way that it was designed for them, then they get destroyed or they get sent away and recycled, right? Because that's what happens. Energy is recycled, soul is recycled, redistributed. Now, what you're aware of, that's why we give all praises to Yahawah for awareness. What does Yahawah make you aware of? Right? Does Yahawah make you aware of how others view you? Right? Or does Yahawah make you aware of how you view yourself and others? Those are questions that you should always ask yourself. And you should always ask yourself questions, not in the sense of questioning your sanity, but in a sense of sharpening yourself. Because there's plenty of times whenever you're alone and you're not around people like-minded, you're not around people that you can sharpen your mind and your mentality on. I'm talking about in real world. I'm not talking about specifically online and dealing with people via electrical current. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a difference. In the active world. Because online is one thing, but see, online, it still is governed by pauses. It still is governed by breaks, speeds, different speeds. Not even people's computers all work on the same speed, right? But in what we call reality, the so-called physical world, when you are up and you're moving about in this place, the only breaks that happen are the physical ones. Let's say, for instance, in Dallas, the police were out there, protesters were out there doing their thing, but then suddenly a break happened. Gunshots rang out, people got shot, people were shooting, everything changed. The situation changed. There was a break in it. Now, can that break be comparable to a computer? To a computer pausing or freezing on you? Maybe. But is it the same thing? Nope. Because it's not. Because things happen still instantaneously, right? They get shot, they fall, or they keep shooting. They die, or they get into an ambulance, and they're away. There is no break in that action, all right? So how is your reflection in your everyday walk, like when you go to your job in this captivity state? Being that we're in this captivity state, we work, right? And we work under captivity, which means that we're not free to just be YAHsharal, and that's that. So in this captivity state, while you're in it, you should make the best of it, quote unquote, right? Because there is a way to do that, and the way you do that is to keep yourself meditating in prayer in the name of Yahawah, who gives you the rawak, so that no matter what you do here, you may be an example to others who are around you. And I know it sounds like a broken record, but it really is that. It really is that, a broken record. until we get the record straight. You see? But throughout it all, those of us who consider ourselves YAHsharal, who receive the spirit of Yahweh, we know that throughout it all, Yahweh never changes. But all things change, right? So that's how you know Yahweh is going to be that constant force with you, because Yahweh never changes. Rather, things change around Yahweh, you know? It's almost like planets revolving around a center, universe around a center. The center never changes. Things change around it. You know? So no matter what goes on here, keep yourself prayed up. Keep yourself meditating in Yahweh so that you can wake up your immediate family, so that you can be instrumental in bringing charges to those who claim to be in Yahweh and following the laws and statutes that are so-called ruling over us, so you can bring them up on charges in this universal court. You know, that's what we're working on right now. These so-called Jewish people, we're bringing them up on charges because they claim to follow our laws and commandments. But we know that equitably, they're not helping us out, who are the real Jews. So therefore, they must be brought to court, right? And that's what's happening. If that's not where you are in your walk, then so be it. But still, keep yourself in mind and keep yourself in prayer for those who have been given the duty to bring them to universal court, right? Just as I keep in mind, and I keep in thought to pray for the success of all my brothers and sisters who are in YAHsharal and who claim Yahweh as their power. That's the only way things can be right within us or with us. You know? So not to be long-winded, but I praise Yahweh for this peace of mind and the ability to share it with you out here on these walks. It's real life, you know? Sundays. People out here going to church, fouling in the church right now as I'm talking. You see? You see? They're not going to stop. Just because I'm walking by, they're not going to stop going in them doors, going in them churches, trying to park their car to make it in on time. They're not going to stop just because I'm walking by. It should be a lesson to us all. This place is going to keep doing itself until it's undone. But who knows? Because it's not a sudden destruction or a sudden interruption of it, then no doubt maybe Yahweh has a plan to use them. You know? Yeah. You know, and that's what I hope, is that no one needs to be destroyed. But you know, obviously, we're not seeing that. Right? Walking upon Doolittle Drive, these brothers be doing little. You know, this reflection out here always will tell you the truth, man. Tell you what's up, where your eyes lay upon, where your vision lays upon, and you can see your reflection. You know? Shoot. But all right, YAHsharal, I'm gonna say peace out till next time. Everyone have a blessed day while you're walking in the light. And always remember, Yahweh makes the darkness as the light. When revelations hit, they're one and the same. As I reflect on that, may you, peace and blessings. YAHsharal.